We should move on to the second story, which is still broadcast related, but now related to NASCAR. So the CW has confirmed its broadcast lineup for the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series season. Now, adding to his play-by-play duties with Amazon Prime and TNT Sports with the Cup Series, as we've already discussed, Adam Alexander will also do play-by-play with the CW for the Xfinity Series. Alexander previously served in the same role at Fox Sports, and they'll be joined in the booth by two recognizable names from the trap, Daytona 500 champion Jamie McMurray and recently retired full-time NASCAR driver Parker Kligerman will work with Alexander in the booth. McMurray previously worked on NASCAR Race Hub and NASCAR Race Day with Fox Sports and received praise whenever he got the call to do a few races in the booth. Personally, I really enjoy his commentary. Now, Parker Kligerman as well has been working as an analyst and pit road reporter for NBC Sports alongside his driving duties. He should have a unique perspective since he's fresh out of the seat of an Xfinity car. And looking at other positions that were confirmed, Dylan Welch and Kim Kuhn will serve as pit road reporters, while Carla Gebhardt as well will host the CW's pre-race show called NASCAR Countdown Live, graphic courtesy there of the CW. I can still, fingers in the pies, I can still sense the NBC looming over this production quite a lot with just tweaks to what, like Countdown to Green and so forth, and all the personalities going in around. So, Matt, starting with you on this one, do you approve of the CW's broadcast lineup for the Xfinity Series?
Yeah, I thought this was supposed to be a fresh start for CW this year, and maybe they've taken some of the talent perhaps, but maybe this is going to be a new thing and they'll bring a new perspective to it, much like we will hopefully see with our previous conversation about the IndyCar Fox booth and whatnot. But really happy about this. I've loved Adam Alexander on Fox Xfinity for the last bunch of years. Matthew, obviously you know him from previously when he was doing his radio stuff too with MRN. As soon as Parker Kligerman announced that he wouldn't be coming back to Xfinity full time, that was he's going in the booth for CW for somewhere next year, and it's proved to be. And as you said, Josh, Jamie McMurray has been really good in his sort of panel analyst role over the last couple of years on Fox. So I think this could work really well. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of remote stuff. I'm guessing they'll be at Daytona in a couple of weeks' time for the opening race, but it sounds like it's going to be a lot of remote stuff, more commonly knowledged and guys we know in the pit lane with Kim and Dylan. Hopefully, unlike NBC, they'll actually use them. As we didn't get to hear from them at all. The most we heard from Dylan Welch last year was when he was doing turn announcing at Watkins Glen in Chicago. But as a collective, I'm really excited about. I'm quite excited about the Xfinity Series as a whole this year because I think it's going to be really good on the racetrack. And now we've got the TV talent all lined up. Really positive this news.
Yes, this is swing and a drive way back. That is a home run. Home run booth with Adam and Jamie and Parker, because I think Parker Kligerman's terrific. Now, we haven't seen him in the booth often or at all, but I think he's going to be amazing. Adam Alexander, familiar with the series, familiar with the people inside the series, perfect. And Jamie McMurray, I think he's underrated. I was saying that they should have had him in there with Mike Joy and Kevin Harvick, put him in the Clint Boyer spot. Obviously, they didn't do that. So I am really high on this whole booth. You've got a little NBC, you've got a little Fox, you've got CW doing things their way. I can't wait to see what the presentation of the broadcast will be, but I really enjoy the booth. Again, just circling back to a point that Matt made earlier, though, Adam Alexander is apparently becoming the next big guy, right? Like we said, Mike Joy's going to be retiring sometime soon. Alan Bestwick we haven't heard from in years, and we might not again in the motorsports world, which is so sad. After those two, I guess the third American voice for racing is Adam Alexander. He's certainly ahead of Rick Allen. So that's intriguing to me because there's only so many places he can work, right? He's going to work at Amazon. He's going to work at TNT. He's going to work at CW. Where will he go when all of these other dominoes fall in the future? We'll find out, but we have got to get going on finding more voices to cover this sport and cover the sport well. We just have to. We're not getting it. Dave Moody and Mike Bagley are going to be at MRN for the rest of their lives. Alex Hayden is going to be at MRN for the rest of his life. We've got to find someone. I know of someone. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you how great I would be at the job and try to market myself for a job like Rex Ryan is doing on another 4-letter network, trying to get a head coaching job. But if anyone is listening at Fox, NBC, or CW, take me into a studio tomorrow and I will give you 12 uninterrupted months of my time to train. We got to have someone because we don't have many.
At this rate, before they get to anybody new and good, they'll bring back Marty Reid. So that'll be good. It's a grand slam regarding the CW booth for NASCAR Xfinity Series. Well, yeah, it's a grand slam for the CW. They've got it really good, but I'm afraid that Fox might be out kicking their coverage already with it IndyCar as well. So there you go. There's an American football term for you. I have waited years for that one. I can cross that off my list of sayings now as well. That's one down, 4,999,000 to go. But yeah, it is getting a bit ridiculous, isn't it, as well? And we still need to see what's happening with ARCA coming into it as well. And yeah, it's a great time to be a broadcaster with every series on a different network. That is good, but it's a horrible time to be a fan because there is so much that you're having to channel surf compared to it as well. And
I guess that's a thing, isn't it? For kind of, we're all of us, the three on screen, are all of a kind of a similar age, where now we've got all this content of YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Podcasts. Streaming services coming out of our ears, where before, like for us, Josh, it was BBC One on a Sunday afternoon or ITV, and it was Murray doing Formula One, and then on the opposite weekend touring cars, and Barry Nutley doing Superbike. There was, it was one voice for one thing. Now, it's so open, but to the point I brought up, and Matthew's carried it on for the Americans. They've got the one. They've got the one guy. Maybe if you include Kevin Lee now doing IMSA too. Brian Till was, around.
Yeah.
He doesn't do so much anymore. So I really I know we're going backwards again. Very interested to see what they do on Fox with NXT. Very interested.
Would it be beneficial before we wrap this bit up of broadcast segment to say that an English commentator in IndyCar can work, i.e. Ben Edwards? He did it on Eurosport, worked really well.
Jeremy Shaw, yeah, very good.
And from a Scotsman point of view, Jackie Stewart, who I get referred to a lot when we're doing commentaries on IndyCar and NASCAR as someone who sounds like Jackie Stewart, which always surprises me. I know, I thought it'd be Murray, but no, it's Jackie. But is it worth saying that maybe it can work if you had the right level of enthusiasm? Because Jackie went nuts and America loved him and he loved doing it in America. So, something to keep an eye on.
I tell you what, we better not be heading towards. And there have been hints dropped on this for a number of years now since the drivers only. My level of concern for Fox when Mike Joy does retire, just saying, here, Kevin Harvick. Take it. Oh, please, Lord, no, please.
Look, I've got one thing to say on that.
Place to fill, isn't it?
Look, here's my thing. I don't tell them how to drive. They shouldn't tell us how to commentate. End of. That's my line. That is my line. I won't tell them how to drive. They don't tell me how to commentate. That's my rule. Don't we've both got our expertise. Leave it there. And the only person who I've ever seen be able to cross that void of commentator and driver is Martin Brundle. The only one. And that's because he was trained by Murray. If it wasn't anybody else, it wouldn't work. So in terms of going into lead play by play. So yeah.
To your Brian Till point, he was a driver way back
He
when.
was. Yeah. Yep.
Ben Edwards is a driver as well, but went into broadcasting.